and share my screen. Okay. Can y'all see it this way or no? I feel like last time this didn't work. Lauren, can you see the presentation? I don't think that was it. Hold, please. Let me pull it up here first. All right. We're going to do it this way. And then we're going to do this. Boom. Okay. What about now? Jamie, I can see your face. Can you see recruiting like a boss? Yes? Wonderful. Okay. All right, you guys, we are recording. I'm going to begin. Thank you so much for being on. This just has been so cool to relearn and unlearn some bad habits over the last couple of months. And then now getting to just partner with someone that I've never gotten to work with like really closely in this business. So Lauren and I have just kind of taken our own approach at what we think the 4 pillars looks like. Like the 4 pillars are set in stone, but like our approach on them. And she was like, Emily, you got this. Recruiting, passing the torch to you. So really, really thankful for that, because I do think something that came naturally to me was just selling. And a lot of you are like, no, I kind of want to throw up when you say that. And that's not me. And so if you're feeling that way and you want to learn how to recruit like a boss, then this training will be for you. And it is one of the 4 pillars that creates a legacy business. So you got to get good at selling something. Okay. And so if you sell anything, my advice as a diamond is to sell our business opportunity. That is going to take you further than our products all day, every day. Fight me on that. I will fight you. I'll fight you because I believe in it so much. So let's dive in. Tonight, we're going to cover a few things. Your mindset around recruiting, because I know some of you are already feeling like this training, she's talking to me. How does she know I suck at this? And here's the thing. That's just the thought. So we're going to talk about your mindset around this. Who are you selling to? Who is your dream teamer? My dream teamer is in this cute little picture over here. Actually, 2 of my dream teamers are in this picture. So the one on the far left is Hannah Kern. She is a senior Ruby leader on my team, and she's one of my ride or dies. She is extremely loyal and resilient, as y'all heard last week. And I will never, ever, ever, ever in the history of ever forget when I made a business post for the first time, and I was like freaking out because I'd never led with the business. I'd always led with the products. And I asked my audience, if you had $39.95 and you want to be debt free, are you there? Like, do you exist? And she commented, me. There was like 40 people that commented. She was one of them. And I was like, shut up. And I just remember showing my phone to Scott. And I was like, Hannah commented. And he's like, I have no idea who that is. And I was like, I worked with her at Texas Roadhouse. And he's like, great. Like, he didn't know what it meant to me, but it was such a big deal. And you have those people in your audience and in your communities and in your life that you're just like, oh, I can't, if I had someone like that on my team, we could just grow together. And so Hannah was one of my first dream teamers. And then Lauren also worked with me at Texas Roadhouse. Life of the party, so fun. She just announced that she's expecting her first child. So congratulations, Lauren. She was also a dream teamer of mine because Lauren seems to know everybody. Literally everyone. Like, I'm like, why do we have 113 mutual friends? How do you know this person? Like, she just knows everyone. And I wanted someone like that on my team to help me grow and network. So who are you selling to? Who do you want on your team? We're going to go over that tonight. Getting obsessed with your offer, because if you are not obsessed with the Plexus business model or obsessed with our product line, what are you posting about? What are you talking about? I'm just curious. And then telling your story. So we got to walk the walk and talk the talk, right? You got to use the products. You got to talk about the business. You got to work the business. That's part of your story. And we're going to learn how to tell it. And then the framework that puts it all together and creates a flow, right? You have a recruiting pipeline. If you know anything about pipes in your house, we want them to flow, right? We need the flow. If not, you're calling the plumber. Well, tonight I'm your plumber. Buckle up. You got a leak, sis. And we are going to help fix your flow in your recruiting framework. And then last but not least, creating some habits and systems around recruiting. And as we say at the end of every overview, by the end of this year, you can really be in a place you never imagined. And that's why it's important to apply what you learned tonight and do it over and over and over and over again. Get good at it. Okay. I don't expect you to absorb all this and get it all in a 1-hour Zoom. No, I want you to revisit this. I want you to play me while you're washing your dishes. I want you to listen to Lauren while you're on the treadmill, right? We got to keep moving and keep growing. So let's talk about recruitment. And look at this fantastic photo. I want it like in my living room. And if Brooke is on, she's probably beat red because that's what she was doing in that photo too. Recruitment is marketing. If you're a recruiter nowadays and you don't see yourself as a marketer, you're in the wrong profession. Matthew Jeffrey, thank you for that harsh truth, because here's the thing. This is network marketing. You use your network and you market something you love to the network. If your network is 115 Facebook friends, my girl, my guy, you've got to expand your network. That is where Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, going to the gym, going to church, getting involved at your kids' school or in their sports, and meeting new people comes in handy. If that makes you go, ew, no thank you, I don't know if this is for you. We got to talk to people. So if we're going to be talking about recruiting tonight, I want you in the chat to tell me 1, 2 characteristics of somebody that you think, like think about a strong recruiter on your team and your downline, your upline, maybe a sideline friend. How would you define them? Give me some words in the chat. And then that's supposed to say, what are their top qualities, not why, typo. What are their top qualities? What are their top qualities? Okay. I'm liking what I see. Are y'all reading this chat? Are y'all reading this? Okay. Now, this person that is an amazing recruiter, right? They're always on the VIP shout out. They're always on the weekly leaders board. What do they believe about recruiting? What does this person believe about recruiting? Do you think they have a negative belief system about it? Do you think it's optimistic? Do you think it's strong, weak? What do they believe about recruiting? Okay. This person that is an amazing recruiter, they went Fast Start Gold because they know how to recruit. What do they believe about the Plexus opportunity? What do they believe about it? Why is my 10-year-old being FaceTimed? This is so random. Sorry for the phone in the background. Okay. What do they believe about themselves? Do you think the person that's recruiting at minimum 3 to 5 new VIPs a month, do you think they don't like themselves? Do you think that they are not confident? Do you think they don't believe in Plexus? Absolutely not. I'm a very confident person. That's a muscle that I have learned to grow and flex all day. I was not always this way. I know a lot of you do not believe me when I say that, but I was not this Emily 15 years ago. The thing that you believe about yourself and what you believe about recruiting is the thing holding you back from recruiting. You are in your own way. So on a piece of paper in front of you, next to you, my little note takers, what do you believe about yourself that is holding you back from recruiting? This might look like, well, I'm not at the top of the company, so who's going to join me? Well, I've only made $22.62. Who's going to sign up with me? Maybe those are some of the thoughts that you've had. Maybe you think nobody wants to do this. Why should I even try? You're wrong. What are you believing about others that is holding you back from recruiting? Nobody wants to hear from me. Nobody wants what I offer. Nobody cares if I post. Are those some of the thoughts that you're struggling with? Well, we're going to squash them so hard. You're going to walk away from this Zoom tonight and you're like, I'm a recruiting boss. People want what I offer. I offer the best of the freaking best. I have the cream of the crop when it comes to gut health supplements. Let's freaking recruit. All right. You're going to look like a Marine Corps recruiter next to your local Subway. Are you ready? Are you ready? We are going to recruit like a boss. So first things first, are you obsessed with your offer? Right now, write down your favorite Plexus product and go. Write it down. If you don't have a pen and paper, maybe you're driving, please don't write it down. Think it in your head. If you're able to put it in the chat, put it in the chat. If I was a new person and I entered your DMs and I said, yo, Brandy, tell me what I want to start Plexus. I like what you're posting. I want in. What should I start with? What are you going to offer me? What are you obsessed with? Okay. Everybody got their thing, their system, their product. I'm assuming, I can't see the chat. I'm assuming it's triplex, maybe reset. pink drink and meta burn. I don't know, just some guesses. So now on a scale of 1 to 10, we're going to pivot. Where is your belief in the business side? Y'all ain't obsessed with the business, but we about to be. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, where is your belief at? 1 being, and 10 being, let's freaking go, I'm going to be a diamond next year. 5 being, I've ranked up. That's great. I can't maintain it to save my life. I want to do this, but where are you at? Where's your belief? Be honest with yourself. Now, the fun part, how can you raise that belief in yourself and your team? You get them obsessed with what you offer people. You are not going to recruit at your highest level if you do not believe and if you are not obsessed with what you offer. Quit waiting for the next product launch, the next flavor update to get obsessed. Get obsessed now. We are the only freaking company with a 3-day reset that won an award, the best system in all of 2022. We're the only company with ProBio 5 that has a yeast killing enzyme. The only company. That is our superpower. If you do not believe in what you are selling, what are you not doing? Because the products always work. They don't change. You, my boy, you, my girl, are the one changing. And it might be your lifestyle that needs to be reflected upon. I am obsessed with Plexus Reset. I hated it when I tried it. Plexus called me up. They're like, Emily, do you want to trial this? I was like, first of all, why y'all calling me? Like, am I thicker than a Snicker or what? And then they were like, yeah, girl, let's do this. We trust you. We know you'll speak up. You're Southern and sassy. Like, we really want you to trial the 3-day reset. And I was like, I was so skeptical, you guys. It was something new. I had been using the Triplex for 8 years. I didn't want to try something new. Did I want some weight loss? Yeah. Did I probably need a metabolic reset? Absolutely. I did my first reset. I wasn't excited, but I lost 11 pounds, y'all. 11 freaking pounds in 3 days. It was crazy. I'm 100% sure it was probably in my butt, but regardless. And then I got obsessed. Was it miserable? Did I enjoy fasting for 3 days? No. Did I know my body needed it? Absolutely. So I shut up and bucked up and was like, let's go. I got to figure this. I got to get behind this. This is what Plexus is coming out with. I need to learn why my body needs this, and I need to stick with it. Okay? So tonight, I challenge you, right when you get off this Zoom, or maybe after you put the kiddos to bed or feed your family, can you write down 10 to 20 reasons why you are obsessed with the Plexus offer? Money, trips, the incentives, free product, the community, personal growth, family impact, your health story. If you cannot write down at least 10 things, that is what your homework is to get obsessed with the offer and why you're obsessed with it. Everybody, this is Brandy. Everyone say hi, Brandy. Brandy is soon to be a new senior gold ambassador on our team. She was a part of another company, but she was obsessed with the results she was getting from using Plexus alongside her gym routine. I begged Brandy just to take a look. I was like, I know you're in another company. I know you're making bank, but like, just take a look. Just take a little look-see and then come to convention because it's not far from where you live. Hey, y'all, that's a picture of Brandy at convention as a gold ambassador. Let's freaking go. Brandy got obsessed with the offer. She cleaned up the way that she was doing things. She was a secret customer for years and years. And now she's like, I need to tell everyone about this. Unashamed, boldly, using her jot form, using the systems that she has in place. And because of that, she's had 3 rank ups. So who are we recruiting? Who are we recruiting? Let's work together to identify our who and their problem. So a lot of you don't make any move at all. You don't make the posts unless you can find something to copy and paste. You have like major imposter syndrome around telling your story. So we're going to walk through the framework of identifying who we want on our team. Okay. We know what we're obsessed with, right? For me, it's the Reset Triplex, or even the new detox system with Restore. Those are my 2 things that I am telling everyone about right now when they come to me about Plexus. So who do I want to come to me and who am I going towards? Let's identify the who. And then, for example, let's say our who is a stay-at-home mom. All right, I'm talking to stay-at-home moms. That was me. Or maybe they used to work in corporate America, currently work in corporate America, and they're over it. Okay. What is their problem? What is their problem? And I don't mean like a product problem. Let's like dig in deeper. Maybe their problem is, okay, they want to lose 5 to 10 pounds. They need some more energy to get through the workday. But like, what's the deeper problem? Oh, they're sick and tired of sitting in traffic for 19 hours a year. They have no wiggle room and they can't pay off their debt. So if we help them address that problem, what's the internal impact there? Okay. They start using the products, they have more energy. She's feeling better. She's less bloated, right? That gives her a little bit more confidence. Then we can state the change for them. Hey, when you do this and you take this, you can expect to get this. And then you can define the impact of that change. Because you ordered the triplex and you stuck with it, like let's vision cast for that as a post. A lot of you have seen that example in the Jot forms and that sales funnel that we've made on Instagram a few times together. So that would look like asking questions like, can you imagine ordering this triplex I've been telling y'all about for a few years, feeling better, less bloat, your husband notices, your kids say, mommy's nicer, and then you start telling a few friends, you make some money from it. That money pays off your debt. That money helps your kiddo pay for that super cool helmet he wants for football, right? It's just like this snowball effect of change and impact. Once you identify the who you're talking to, and then you can get nitty-gritty about their problem and the impact of their problem, the change they want to make, and then how Plexus can impact them in a positive way. So, in doing so, what are some specific qualities of the people you want to link arms with? Remember just a second ago, we were talking about qualities of people that were great recruiters. So what kind of people do you want to do this business with? Right? Do you want them to have a great work ethic, goal-oriented? Maybe they are super friendly and they just get along with everybody, or maybe they stand for something and that attracts people. And then now I want you to be honest about those qualities you're thinking about. Did any of those qualities describe you? We attract what we put out. If you are using Facebook to whine about your baby mama's drama and all the things, you're going to attract other negative Nellies. If you are posting about being a solution finder, problem solver, if you are, a leader that's learning or reading and growing, you're adding value, you're going to attract those kind of people. So think about the qualities of people you want to attract and you don't want to attract, and be mindful of that as you get more serious with how you post and the conversations you're having. Let's take a look at what this looks like if we lead with the business, because we are obsessed with the offer. I gave you 3 of my recent posts that were business related, because here's the thing, your business isn't going to be for everyone, and that's okay. But your business is for a lot of people. And that is who you show up for. You're not showing up for let's say you have 1,275 friends on Facebook. You're not showing up for 1,200 of those people. There's 75 people on there that want this and need this, and that's who you show up for. And we're going to get to that in just a second. So let's lean in for a minute. If you already follow me on social media or you use my posts as a guideline, then you've seen these before. So for example, I want to talk about their problem. I want to talk about money. It's expensive outside, y'all. So I'm going to talk about how they're already on social media. They're already talking about things they like. Why not their gut health supplements? Why not validate and talk about other things like Target, Amazon, and Nike, Nordstrom? These all have affiliate model programs. They're all publicly traded companies. Meanwhile, Plex is over here, privately owned, debt-free, and they're giving you 20% back for every referral. If you did not know that, your second challenge is to look over our compensation plan in Plexus Go and find a few things that you can get obsessed with. 20% return on a referral is epic. You want to know why? Because if you're an Amazon influencer, you're getting cents like 1 cent per referral. And Plex is over here giving us 20% back for every referral. Okay. The second one in the middle is like an introduction post. I'm looking for other like-minded people who thrive on sarcasm, Morgan Wallen, meaningful conversations. They like to play card games around the kitchen table, and maybe they would go for an acai bowl errand with me. Okay. You got to relate to your people. Every now and then you got to reintroduce yourself. Some of them, and if you're not growing your friends list, and if you're not making new friends or connecting with new people, then who are you talking to? The same 20 people? Have any of you ever got sick and tired of posting and like the only people that like and comment are Plexus people, and you're like, well, thank you guys. But like, is it hello? This thing on? Anybody else out there? Like, I love the community and support, but I also want to make sure I am bringing in others. Okay. And then lastly, I'm talking about the impact. I'm talking about a change. For example, I have a hard-earned degree. It hangs on my wall. Do I use it? No. But it was an avenue in my life that wasn't giving me the freedom and the finances that I wanted. So did I complete my Yes, I completed my education. Still didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up with that degree in business, but now I'm applying some of the things that I've learned in my Plexus business. I'm taking it seriously. I'm treating it like a business, and I'm talking about it. 2 days ago on a regular Monday, I realized the fulfillment of both of these dreams. We spent the day as a family with a slow morning, breakfast and Bible study, making bracelets with my daughter, and then we went to the gym. And then on Sunday, I get to spend time with my family and prepare for my week. And that is something I wanted 10 years ago that we have now. I love on Monday mornings, I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. to get out the door and yelling at my kids, putting a frozen pancake corn dog thing in their mouth. I'm like, let's go. That's old Emily. I didn't want that. I wanted a slow morning. I wanted to make bracelets. I wanted to have Bible study and drink my coffee while it was hot. Like, that is what you're talking to. It's vision casting, recruiting, and leading with what you're obsessed with. All right. So that pipeline I mentioned. Without a pipeline, you're just guessing who might be interested. There's no foundation. Okay. So let's look at this a little bit more. Let me pull up my notes real fast. So when it comes to cold market, warm market, customers, committed customers, I'm going to walk you through that. No. The recruiting pipeline normally looks like this. You start with your cold market. So this looks like social media followers, people you went to high school with that you're not interacting with on a regular basis. Yes, you want to attract people with the content that you're posting on Instagram, Facebook, wherever. But you can also work with your cold market and re-engage people by interacting with them, messaging them when they do like something or comment on a reel or comment on a post. If you are not replying and messaging them every time they like or comment, then it's a waste of that cold market, right? So what that could look like is 16 interactions for the cold market pipeline. Okay. Then we move into our warm market. Your warm market, they've been following you or they know you. You engage with them in person and online often. You create content they want to see and that they comment and engage with. And you're intentionally making things based off of conversations you've had with them. This could look like 8 genuine relationships that you have with someone in your warm market. All right. Out of those 8, 4 of them decide to give it a try based off of your post, based off your conversations. You've set the expectation you want them to be a customer for at least 90 days. Okay. And by that, you're celebrating that. You're walking them through your onboarding system. You're walking them through the follow-up system, like how to take their products, what to expect, drink your water, take your pictures, all the things, right? Well, out of those 4, 2 of them are like, I'm all in. I'm obsessed. This is now a committed customer. They're lifers, okay? And then out of that, you will have at least 1 business builder. Notice, we did not sign up all 16 people, right? Notice, we did not sign up all 8 warm market conversations. Notice, out of those 8, we still didn't sign up all 4 people. Okay. Do you see that it comes down to 1 business builder? There is an amazing book by Keith Callahan. It's called Built to Last. And he talks about this, that over your network marketing career, lifespan, whatever you want to call it, you're going to have millions of conversations. You're going to enroll hundreds of people, but you're only going to raise up 11 to 16 leaders, business builders who are obsessed with the business opportunity offer. So identify who on your current team qualifies to be on one of these lists. And then what potentials, what current conversations are you having, and where would they fit in on this pipeline? Do you have current VIPs that you can commit to helping them recruit one new VIP this month? Because recruiting doesn't just start and stop with you. Now you can teach and create duplication with your VIPs. Do you need to create a sales or marketing strategy to recruit better? Be honest with yourself. When was the last time you posted about the business? When was the last time you posted about Plexus at all? Are you hiding in your stories and not making a post or a Facebook Live? Are you more into hosting an event? When was the last time you posted or shared about the opportunity? Because if you're going to sell anything, sell the business, right? Okay. Whoops, I went the wrong way. Sorry. All right. So let's create that recruiting system. Okay, you guys, because of the recruiting system that I've created by using my JotForm, that is something that I'm actually really, really enjoying. So by utilizing JotForm, I have set the pace so that when I show up in my Instagram stories, they know I'm going to ask a question, I'm going to relate to them, I'm going to give them a real life example, and then a call to action. Okay, we kind of talked about this on a previous Zoom. We'll get to creating more sales funnels later on, but in recruiting, it's all about consistently showing up. Set your pace and realize you will need an abundance mindset to move forward with a system in recruiting. If you're up for that challenge, let's keep going. Okay. So what 3 changes does your future self need for you to make today to be a better recruiter? If you're feeling bold, drop it in the chat. 3 things that you could change today in your Plexus business to be a better recruiter. For a lot of you, it's going to be dreaming big. Dreaming big. You've stopped dreaming. You don't think that you will ever get past silver. You don't think you could ever get to emerald. Some of you don't think you could ever re-rank or enroll a new business builder. What do you want your life to look like in the next 3 to 5 years? Write that down. Tell your audience. Some of you live in a home that you're like, this isn't my forever home. I want to build a Plexus dream home. Some of you are like, I want to make $2,000 a month with Plexus. Dream bigger. There is no limit on your dream or what you want. So if we can identify the 3 changes that are necessary that we need to make, if we can start dreaming big and vocalizing that through our posts and our reels and our stories, then we start telling our story. Hey, I was a product customer and I realized that they had an opportunity that I could get behind that was helping my family pay for braces, gas money, bills, debt, whatever. You start telling that story. It does not matter if you've earned 10 cents or $10,000 here, you have a story to tell. I want to see what y'all are putting. Sarah said, being more open-minded, having bigger goals, getting out of my comfort zone. Yes, ma'am. Tara said, letting go of my past and start being obsessed again. Erin says, worrying what people think of me. They're going to think about you whether you do or whether you don't. They do not pay your bills. If you are holding on to what will people think of me if I go all into this sales business, I want you just for a minute, go with me for a minute. What do you think about realtors? What do you think about chiropractors? What do you think about any and every advertisement you drive past on the freeway or in your town? What do you think about car salesmen? Seriously, if you have a feeling around sales and recruiting that is negative, you have to replace that thought with a beneficial one. And you have to have the confidence to do that. That confidence is through your mindset, because your mindset controls your actions. And just a reminder, if you are not making any moves, inaction is still inaction. And then that means you're not recruiting. That means you're not obsessed. It means you're not talking about people. You see where I'm going with this? Let's redirect our thoughts and get obsessed with it. For me, it was watching a diamond documentary every single night. I watched it with my family. I was like, y'all, watch this story. There are hundreds of them on the Plexus Go app and on the plexusworldwide.com/recognition. There's a diamond documentary button. You click on it and there's a list. There are husbands that signed up before their wives that are diamonds. Like, did y'all know that? So dreaming again and reminding yourself to build that belief is going to be so important here, you guys. Conversations that convert to action, AKA getting you the sale. How many conversations are you currently having about Plexus with people weekly? Put a number in the chat. Be honest. Be honest. How many conversations are you having? I'm waiting. I want to see this. Let's see. 5 to 10, not enough. No. 0. Thank you for being honest. At least 10. 0. 1 to 2. 10 to 15. 2. Thank you for being honest. Okay. So if we are wanting to be a better recruiter, the first thing, aside from being obsessed, but the first thing to create that action step is to talk about it. A lot of you are brand new to this business and you're like, okay, I'm ready. I want to do this thing. What do I need to do? So for me, it was mom-splaining what I was learning. As I learned that I could make money with this, I would mom-splain it to my audience. Like, anybody else out there need $300 for back to school football or braces? Okay, same. And here's what I'm doing about it. And I would mom-splain that I signed up with Plexus. I had a referral link and I was referring people to use gut health supplements. Every now and then someone would like or comment and say more info or make fun of it, call it what they wanted, whatever. Those aren't my people. But the ones that were serious and truly looking for a change in their life, I would turn that into a conversation. And I want to learn about that person. So let's say Tara, I see you. Tara is like, Emily, tell me more about this. I see that you are talking about this Plexus and you're actually making money. Like, what does that look like? I'm just like, Tara, so this is how it works. You're going to order your Plexus supplements from me. You're going to use them, post about them online. And then when someone is ready to make a purchase from you, they can use your referral link. Okay. So I'm going to have conversations about that. I'm going to send them a diamond documentary, or I'm going to ask questions like, Tara, what in my post stuck out to you that has you saying, I want that. I want to be a part of that opportunity. I want to be on that team. I want that type of girl gang. Like, asking questions helps reveal their deepest desires. And that is what our posts should be about. Not just weight loss and gut health, not just making money and earning a Plexus Lexus, but a little bit of both. And like getting real specific. That's why knowing who we want on our team and who we're talking to, which the majority seems to be women. And the second majority is usually stay-at-home moms, teachers, nurses, like people that are already hard workers, but want a little bit more freedom in that work and flexibility. So think about who you're talking to. Think about your audience. Okay. So I like to ask people that want this opportunity. Like when I get on Zoom or on the phone with them, I'm like, so where do you want to be in 3 years? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Like, are they capable of dreaming big with me? Because that we going. And I want them to be a part of it. So here's what it looks like when you start sharing the opportunity and you want to get good at recruiting. And this is what that momentum, like team momentum, is going to require of you. An abundance mindset, courage to talk about what you're doing, and then growing that skill set. If you are like so awkward and you don't know what to say, look through other examples. Ask somebody that's really good at it, what do you say? Borrow their idea until you get good and confident at starting the conversation. This could look at what do I need to do to move at the slowest pace? Slow, and then some of you are like super speedy fast. There are a lot of you that are great recruiters. You're like, Emily, I could sell anything. You hand me a cup, I'm going to sell it. You hand me a notebook, I'm going to sell it. But if you're going to sell anything, sell the business opportunity, right? JV's like, I'm not bothering my upline too often. The beauty about recruiting is you can set your pace. It's not a race to diamond. It's a race to your dream and your goal that you're setting. But there also needs to be some urgency there. Don't be lazy with your goals. All right. So we're telling our story. We're getting likes or comments or starting to get engagement. We're going to convert that into a conversation. We're going to ask that person, what about my post stuck out to you? Where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? What kind of income are you looking to earn and how quickly are you needing to earn it? Are you willing to grow your skill set? Have courage to talk about gut health and sales? Do you have an abundance mindset, right? We're asking them those things. And then overcoming the objections. Okay. This is a part of being really good at recruiting. How many of you, maybe you've been here for a minute, you started this process, you've recruited someone, or you got them all the way to checkout, they saw the price, and then they ghosted you. If you've had that happen to you before, drop a heart in the chat. I want everyone to feel seen for just a second. Here's the thing, you guys. Kayla is not the only one that has been ghosted. Okay, thank you, Paula. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Sarah. This is the hardest part. Tori, that's a thought, not a fact. It is not the hardest part. Overcoming the objection is actually the easiest part, and we are going to overcome it together, and I'm going to walk you through how we do it. When I am consistently showing up and talking about the products in the business, and I know that the first step is they have to have these products on hand or even have them shipped and on their way to them, I'm going to make sure I overcome the objection before they can even give it to me. So if I am obsessed with Triplex and Reset, I know that that is a bigger bundle. I know it's at that 200 price point. So I'm going to go and look at it at cost per day. So what am I going to do before I enter the chat with Tori? I'm going to pick on you. So I'm going to pick on Tori. Tori wants Triplex and Reset. She's already mentioned in the past that she's kind of broke. So we're going to go 200. I don't know how much it is off the top of my head. 200 divided by 30 days. So it's $6.67 a day for someone to do Triplex and Reset for 1 month. And when I'm talking to someone about that and I'm leading with it, one, I'm going to have a little blurb ready to go. Hey, Tori, I know that you mentioned your goals were to lose some weight before your best friend's wedding. And then, of course, we're going to fill in the gaps with the gut health supplements and address the BIG, which is blood sugars, inflammation, gut health. This combo is going to do exactly that. Don't let the sticker shock of the price scare you, because the value that you are getting from this is going to give you results like this. I'm going to send my side-by-side from my reset or a friend's reset. And then I'm going to say, Tori, on average, people are losing up to 7 pounds in their 3 days, and it's fat loss. This is huge. From there, I'm going to say, oh, and I did some math for you. It comes out to about $6.67 a day. Not so scary when you look at it this way and you think about the things you're not spending your money on. If this is still breaking your budget, I have an alternative option that is half the price that I would like to still show you. You are in control of the conversation when you are recruiting someone. If you feel like you are not good at this, it's because you're rushing through it or you're trying to do it right before bedtime instead of being intentional, sitting down and playing the game of volleyball in the conversation. You cannot overcome the objection the first time. It's going to take practice and getting good at it. We have an entire post in our team page and a video about overcoming objections. And tonight you're going to see that in our team page. I'm going to bump it. It's going to say, may we have your objections, please? And we're going to walk you through some of the number one objections you hear often and how we can overcome them together as a team. Motivation actually begins in our mind's conception of the future when thinking about something we want or desire. Thinking of the future benefit, what we want more or less of, that's where change happens. This person is already in a chat with you. Their brain, their conception of the future of I want those results, I want to make the $300 by going Fast Start Silver, that's already in the forefront of their mind. They want it. They're trying to figure out how they can have it, especially if money is an obstacle. So this is where you come in and you show them, hey, here's A. If A is an absolutely hard no, here's B. If you're willing to save up and then on payday in 3 days, I'll message you again and we can order it then. But you work with them and build their belief and their confidence in the decision they're making to buy from you. Okay? Let's revisit telling your story one more time. What this can look like on social media is 4 chapters. I want you to pretend we're reading a Plexus storybook real quick. I want you to envision your pictures, yourself, but this is how this works. For those of you taking notes, I want you to write down chapter 1, chapter 2, 3, and 4. And then next to chapter 1, that's the beginning. Right before you ordered Plexus, what was happening? How did you feel? What did life look like? How was your mood? First time mom over here. I was unhealthy, hadn't taken a vitamin since my Flintstone days when I was like 9 years old. Military spouse who missed my husband who deployed every 9 months. Chapter 2 is called The Plot Twist. I hated the idea of network marketing because I had been there, done that in a makeup company, and I didn't ever want to do it again. But the plot twist was I ordered anyways, and the products actually worked. Chapter 3, the new script. This is the new you. You know where you're headed, you know where you're going, and you know who you want to come with you. I decided everybody needed this, and nobody will know about Plexus until I tell them. That was literally the mantra I said every day all the way until Emerald, and we went Emerald in 8 months. Nobody's going to know about this until I tell them. Literally, if you liked my post, you liked my selfie, it didn't matter if it was a baby picture or a Plexus post, I was in your DMs. Hey, have you heard of Plexus? Have you seen my post? I cannot wait to tell you about this. Unashamed, bold, and confident because I've seen the stories. I've seen the Plexus Lexuses. I've been on the trips. You guys got to get obsessed with our offer. Lastly, chapter 4, my happily ever after. Some of you are there with your product results. Some of you are not there yet. So this for you will look like where you are headed, where you're going, what you want. For me, as a diamond ambassador, it looks like, well, now I am a 6-figure earner. I trusted the process. I did the work. I'm still doing the work. I earned that Plexus Lexus with a vision to make hundreds of 6-figure earners in Plexus. That's my long-term goal. I want hundreds of you to be 6-figure earners. And these are just a few pictures of my journey along the way. Here's some more on those conversations. There is a 5-step framework to converting your conversation from to heck yeah, sign me up, let's go. So the beginning of the conversation looks like, and if you want, you can screenshot this. It's building rapport and establishing trust. Genuine connection with the person you're talking to. Getting interested in them and their hobbies, their recent achievements. Complimenting them and finding a common ground. Engaging on their social medias. Oh my gosh, I work out there too. What time do you go? Oh, I see your daughter is, or I noticed your son is potty training. We're starting soon. Do you have any tips for me? It's just starting the conversation. And notice that had nothing to do with Plexus. You're just being friendly. But this is how we build rapport and establish trust. Plexus is eventually going to come up. Another example, I see your daughter is graduating soon. She is so beautiful. Great job, mama. What are her plans for next year? Our son is graduating too. Another great conversation intro looks like, hey, thanks for replying on my post. I love when people pay attention. And I'm curious, what made you like this post or what stuck out to you? Was it the gut health system or the Bahamas trip? Okay. Step 2, identifying their needs based off of their reply and then qualify them. Can they be a part of your Plexus team? Is there a problem that you can solve? Hey, I noticed you commented on my triplex post. So do you struggle with being bloated after every meal? Do you struggle with blank from my post, whatever you posted about? Step 3, let's present your solution. Remember, call out the struggle that they mentioned or the pain point, repeat it back to them, and then get enthusiastic. Your enthusiasm and your ability to know for a fact that you can help them builds confidence in you from them. So listen, you mentioned that you are so tired in the afternoons that you're not working out. What if I told you I have exactly what you need in this active lifestyle system? Are you open to help in this area from me and my Plexus products? Here's a link to that combo and it's $10 off. Do you want to order or do you need some more information from me? Any questions? Am I going too fast? Okay. Lastly, step 4, overcoming those objections. I got to talk to my spouse. It costs too much. All the things, right? We've all heard it. Okay, great. Take your time. And here's why. We are not frothing at the mouth for the sale. Now, if it's month end and it's 10 o'clock, yeah, you're frothing at the mouth and you're trying to get the sale in before the month ends, right? But realistically, this is happening throughout the month. You are following back up. You're like, hey, you told me that cost was something that was holding you back from beginning right now. So what if we started with this system instead at this price point? Are you open to that? Right? So overcoming those objections. And lastly, the last part of your framework is closing and using the call to action. This looks like using ShareCart, using your Jot form. Hey, I want to get to know you a little bit more. Will you fill this out for me? It takes you about 2 minutes so that I can make sure I get you the best product system. Commit to a time and day each week when you will start a new conversation about the opportunity, and then track this. All right, I set the goal. I'm going to have 3 new conversations by Wednesday every week. Okay, it's next Wednesday. Did you do that? Track it. Then see how many conversations you can make based off of that number. Because if you're having 3 conversations by Wednesday of every week, every single month, that's 12 new conversations a month. Some of you have way bigger goals than that, so you can bump up that number. But we got to start the conversations. Some of you are still hung up on the objections, so let's go talk about that. May we have your objections, please? If you have good offense, that means you have good defense. Okay, I'm in my sports mom era over here, and this is my favorite thing. So here are 5 steps to overcoming objections. This is the framework around it. In sales, no matter where you work, you need to anticipate the objection. Not everyone is going to be like, sign me up, right? Not everybody. So if we anticipate it and we're like, all right, it's probably going to happen, then we can get to the root of why they are saying that. So we repeat it back to them. Okay, I'm trying to understand. And what you're saying is you don't think you can afford $150 a month right now. So is that the only reason you're not signing up is because you cannot afford $150, or is there something more? Okay. Let them reply, listen again. Okay, so what I'm hearing is you can afford it, but that seems really pricey and you are not sure about the results and if they're going to happen. Well, good thing is we have a 60-day money back guarantee. So if you don't get the desired results you're looking for in 60 days, you do have the option of getting your money back. And then lastly, proactively finding them a solution. Hey, guess what? Plexus has a sale right now. Or, hey, I want to make sure that you are reaching your goals. Let's start with a 3-day reset first and then move on from there. Okay. I want you to think about this. What are the 5 top objections you get often from potential business builders? Feel free to write them down or share them in our team chat or team page, but truly think about it. Spend some time there to write down how you would overcome those 5 things that you're being told often. I don't like being told no either. Neither do my kids. But as much as I tell my kids no, guess who's coming right back and asking again? That same kid that I said no to. So imagine when we follow up or we have new value to offer these people when we follow up because the first time they said no, and we make it normal. This sweatshirt is a $78 sweatshirt. And the reason why I'm telling you that is because the first time I saw it on my girlfriend, it was so cute. And I loved like the sleeve details and it's distressed and oversized. And she sent me the link and I'm like, $78? No, thank you. I now own 8 of them in different colors. And here's how that happened. She kept wearing the sweatshirt. She kept talking about how comfy it was. I got over my cost objection myself and went and spent the money. And guess what? Who loved the sweatshirt? I did. So now I got 8 of them. The first time you hear no, you got to revisit. You got to get good at overcoming those objections and build the confidence in yourself that you can overcome them. But you also have to consider who you're talking to and your audience. All right. Okay, let's keep going. Oops. Wait, was that it? We might be done. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so you guys, I wanted to spend the most time on the objections and overcoming them and strengthening that confidence because that seems to be where the majority of you are getting hung up and where you're thinking to yourself, I can't do this because every time I talk to someone, they say no. No is normal. This is sales. Just like when you go to Target and Walmart and you have something in your cart and right before you get to checkout, you put it back because of mom guilt or whatever. No is normal in sales. And if we anticipate the no and we can learn how to get good at overcoming that, watch yourself thrive and watch yourself become a baller recruiter. I know we went kind of fast through some of those things. Can I post this in the group? Jamie, which part? I would love to, but tell me which part. There is a worksheet that I personally have used in my like mentorships and coaching programs that I've paid for with my coach, because for a while I was like, I can't overcome anything. Nobody wants this. And it was all my mindset. It had nothing to do with the people that I was talking to. Is me. Like I was taking the sale away from myself. And I think sometimes you guys do that because we don't actively listen and isolate what they're saying and then repeat it back to them and close the deal. Sometimes we talk them out of not buying it. And it's weird. But Bob Heilig and Ray Higdon, they're both industry experts. They both have said multiple times, if you shut up, you make more. How to flatter them authentically and overcome their objections. Are you talking about just like the example that I just used? Because I totally made that up as I went as something that I would do. But but yes, we can. We have a couple of objection posts and videos in the team page that we're going to bump, and I think they're really going to help you. We also have a graphic. If you are someone that utilizes the Sunday System Zoom calls to recruit business builders, in that board, Sunday Systems is an overcoming the objections little tab, and it walks you through, like, if they say this, you could say that. If they say this, you could say that, and it walks you through that. And here's the thing, at the end of the day, sometimes it's not about the product or the business. They just need to see you in person. So leverage events, get them on Zoom, let them see you in action, getting obsessed with the thing that you offer. If you are local to New Braunfels, Texas, we're having an event this weekend, the 24th, and you are more than welcome to come and bring your people. We're in between Austin, Texas and San Antonio, Texas. If you're not, and you want to host your own, for example, host your own sip and step challenge. A lot of people are doing that for back to school or getting ready for September. You drink your Plexus and you get your 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day, right? You and a few of your VIPs can host a challenge like this. Don't wait for your upline to put one on. You are capable of doing that. A lot of us have watches that track our steps anyways. If anything, get into a leadership role where you're like, look at me leading my people. I'm not waiting on my upline to provide the next event. I want to be the one. Okay. And here's what we used to do for people when they wanted to get good at recruiting. A lot of uplines would create a launch event for their new VIP. And it was really, really, really simple. We talked about one system, usually what they ordered, almost always the triplex. We talked about what it did for them, how much it was. We overcame the cost objection. And then we showed them, if you help 3 friends order the triplex with you, you're going to earn enough to cover the cost of that and some change. And that it was like a little 15-minute event. That's it. You can do it in Messenger. You can do it in a Facebook group. You could even do it on Zoom if you wanted with a cute little slideshow. But I think we've been hiding behind our screens and social media since 2020 when the world shut down. And a lot of you just haven't come back from that. And it's time to get excited and start getting yourself to events, right? Convention's going to be in Dallas next year. We have Gold School coming up for those of you that get to Gold, which is 17 to 25 VIPs on your team. It's not a lot. If you want to get good at recruiting, first get good at being obsessed with Plexus. Then get good at starting a few conversations a week. Hey, I'm not sure if you've seen my Plexus post or if it's even for you, but I'm so obsessed with how good I feel when I drink this. I would love to send you a sample stick. You know, spend $3. Send them a sample stick of Plexus Slim. And then in 7 days, when snail mail gets there, it'd be like, yo, Brandy, did you get my stick of Slim? How delicious is it? I know. It tastes like a Sonic Lime. I know. You could totally sell this, right? Okay, let's freaking go. Let's do this. I'm not joking. I was so obsessed with getting my family to Emerald and earning that Plexus Lexus. I needed a car. I was so obsessed with it. I used my paycheck to buy an extra bag of Slim, and I mailed 30 sticks of Slim my second month of being a brand ambassador. 36 of Slim. Some of them are walking distance and I could just drop it off at their house, but the majority of that, the 30 sticks that come in the bag of Slim, I was mailing across the country because we were in California. And I wrote a little note that said, if you love the way this tastes, sell this with me and make dollar bills. Love, Emily. Like, it was so silly and so simple. And it was just like a little Hobby Lobby note card, dollar store note card. I don't even know. Yes, that's fine. And that's what I did. That's it. And I know some of you are like, Emily, I can barely afford my own products. That's fine. Then you don't have to do that. You could charge people, say if you want to send them 2 or 3 sticks, charge them $10. Say, hey, Venmo me and I'm going to send you a little sample. Okay. But I was so obsessed with Plexus and changing my life and proving my husband wrong because he didn't believe in it in the beginning, that I was like willing to invest an extra $78 a month and send it to 30 people. You guys, I ranked up every single month for 10 months straight. And then I sat at Sapphire through my whole pregnancy because I was dying on my couch and literally had my baby, graduated from college, and went diamond in the same month. Because we all had that crazy same momentum. Like, we were like, let's freaking go. We were all watching Diamond Docs. We were all hosting events and sending out samples. We were getting obsessed with our offer. People can see right through you if you're not obsessed. They can see through it. They can see through the copy and paste. So this is what I challenge you guys to do, because I want y'all to get good at this and get good at recruiting. Are you ready? Are you ready? I want you to find a friend. They can be on your team or a sideline. That's totally fine. It could be your VIP. But I want you to find a friend. And I want you to ask them, hey, friend, when does your subscription arrive? My subscription usually comes in around the 18th because it processes on the 15th. And we have a warehouse in Dallas, so it ships really fast. But on the 18th, so I'd be like, hey, Brandy, hey, on the 18th, when my subscription arrives, and if she already has hers too, I'm like, hey, we're going to unbox our Plexus subscription and tell people what we are obsessed with on a Facebook Live. Can I have 15 minutes of your time? And she's going to say, yes, Emily, I would love to. And we're going to get on this live and we're going to unbox. And I'm going to say, oh my gosh, I love this as my pre-workout in the gym. And then Brandy's going to pull out her active and be like, oh my gosh, I love this for after the gym when I'm dead tired because I'm a teacher and I'm on my feet all day. And then I'm going to get out my ProBio 5 and I'm going to be like, I am obsessed with this. I had yeast infections for years and I don't get them anymore because I take this at bedtime and it kills yeast. What? Plexus literally has the best probiotic ever. And we're going to just have fun. And we're going to be obsessed with what's in our subscription. And the caption of our video is going to say, I'm obsessed with gut health supplements. And then you're going to do it again. But the second time you do it, it's going to be about the business. Yeah, I know. I see your faces. Erin's like, I don't know about this, but Erin, I'm telling you what, girl, you finna do it. You're going to get on a Zoom with your friend, your sideline, your upline, your new VIP, and you're going to say, hey, Sarah, you just joined my team. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. And let's tell your audience like what you're doing. So first of all, she came to my house. We tried some gut health supplements and I told her that she could earn $300 by helping 3 friends get healthy in August. It's back to school. We all need vitamins. You know what I'm saying? And Sarah's going to just be like, yep, because I'm new and I'm not sure. And I'm going to say, Sarah, what would $300 bless your family with this month? School supplies, braces, bills. What does that look like for your family? And Sarah's going to get vulnerable. She's going to tell her audience, oh my gosh, $300 would be such a blessing. I could buy extra groceries. She got 5 kids, y'all. And I'm going to say, Sarah, you are so smart for joining Plexus. They have the best referral program. And we're going to talk about getting to silver and referring 3 people. And we're going to do that together. And this is a system, you guys. This is a recruiting system you can do every week with your new VIPs, with your upline, your sideline, a friend. These kids ain't cheap, girl, I know. And you can do this every week. Guess what? The majority of parents are online from 8 to 10 p.m. So guess who's going to be watching? The ideal person, the who that we talked about earlier in this Zoom. You guys, quit being afraid of what people think. They already thinking things. It does not matter. Their thoughts don't pay your bills. You're going to call AT&T and say, yo, Brad said it's a pyramid scheme. Can I use this thought? and pay my bills, and AT&T is gonna be like, do I need to call 911? Are you okay? Because that's stupid. We cannot pay our bills with people's thoughts. So stop it. Knock it off. What we have here is legitimate. I've been doing this for 10 years. I have 10 years worth of 1099s. I've made over $4 million in this company. You can do it too. Nut up, ladies. I know that's not professional, but I said it because I'm a boy mom and that's what I hear all day long. So let's get good at this. Let's have some fun. Let's get obsessed with what we offer people. Okay? Can we do that? Paula, can we do it? I'm excited. I get to see Paula this weekend. We're having an event. So we're going to own this recruiting pillar. We're not going to run from it. We're not going to be afraid of it. Inaction is still an action. So what are we going to do? We're going to gain clarity around who we're talking to, right? We're going to talk to those types of people. We're not going to talk to everyone, right? When we talk to everyone, we talk to no one. If stay-at-home moms are your people, that's who you talk to in every single post, every single live. If you're a sports mom, talk to them. If you're a corporate American, talk to those people. They sick of traffic. They sick of their boss. They're crying at their desk. They sick of eating Cheetos for lunch in their little 20-minute window. They're working lunch. They're sick of it. Paula said, look at her shaking her head. She knows. They're sick of it. They want freedom. 2020 gave people a glimpse of that because they had to work from home for a year and they loved it. And we're over here sitting on like, I have something that you may want, but I'm not going to talk about it because you might think I'm weird. They already think you're weird. Talk about it. Talk about it. Get excited. Get excited. All right. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much.